It is the future year 20xdx, and today is the day. Well, not the actual big day where we reveal phrase invaders, but a big day in relation to that big day, and I am completely stressed out. My mission, should I choose to accept it, and I kinda already chose to accept, it was your idea, last chapter, is to spread the word about the upcoming Funplex event. The one that I'm in charge of. The one that I've put a ton of effort and hope into already. The one where, if nobody shows up, it spells doom for all. No pressure, right? Nope, not at all. No big deal. I mean, if I fail, I'll only be the laughing stock of the entire Funplex. They'll call me the Funplex failure for the rest of my days. I'll be shamed. Forced to wear a giant red F on my chest. Oh god, we're at a con? Like, it's got that, like, a local, one floor feeling, which I kind of like. Snap out of it, Nako. Let's focus on what's right here, right now. Specifically, a giant conglomerate horde of people that keep bumping into me. And I smell like corn chips. And there's nowhere to run. I might be in a little over my head here. Oh, what did the sign just blinked up there? The Deco's Palace one, I didn't see what it said. Oh, okay. That's the snack bar. Got it. Working the arcade, I've gotten used to smaller crowds. My skin has got a little thicker and resistant to sticky soda hands touching me accidentally. But nothing could have prepared me for the sheer scope and scale of this. Just me and, oh, I don't know, maybe 50,000 other people. I know Naomi's the one who doesn't like crowds, not me. But come on now. This isn't a crowd. It's a Gogeta-sized evacuation mosh pit. I do love the TM on Gogeta. I mean, it's probably copyrighted, so, or trademarked. Complete with Gogeta-sized screens hanging over her head. Constantly showing advertisements for arcade games and industry happenings. Apparently hot dogs are industry happenings.
Wow, it's so exciting. Isn't it exciting, Nako?
That is a word. Yes.
I've never really been to one of these things. What a spectacle. Thanks for giving me a ticket. I really need to get away for a weekend. Hey, Nako, how are you holding up? Looking a little green around the gills there.
Honestly, I'm not okay. My nightmares aren't half as scary as this literal hell. I could deal with lack of pants in my dreamland. But this is utter chaos. Like, a lot of my friends are in Katsucon this weekend, and this is just giving me flashbacks to the last one I went to like a decade ago. I'm not prone to panic attacks, but I came close to two. I was like, I'm out. I can't do anime cons anymore. Honestly, I'm not holding up so well. This place is bonkers.
This is exactly why I came here with you, to help you in your hour of need. And to get away for the weekend, but still, hour of need.
It's true, Juniper has helped me get through a lot. But beyond generalities, I think she specifically wanted to make it up to me for the whole job offer situation. It's nice to have her here. We're not going to let a little thing like that stay as a sticking point between us.
So, what's the plan?
Huh?
We can't just stand around all day, Nako. There's a lot of ground we need to cover to make your Funplex a success. How are we going to attack this? What's the first move?
I was just going to sort of play it by ear.
You didn't plan for this? Like, at all?
I was too busy lying awake all night stressing out to worry about planning things. Look, I'm new at event management, much less event promotion.
Nako. Well, let's start with this.
Juniper swings her book bag off her shoulders and crouches on the ground. She opens it up and pulls out a stack of papers.
Hold these.
I cradle them in my arms. Okay, I am holding these. What are these, exactly?
Flyers, silly. The ones you wanted for promoting your big event. I managed to print off quite a few before the boss started giving me weird looks. Our copy rule's always so strict in office jobs. It's just paper, and I needed it.
Toner costs money for ridiculous reasons. I flip a sheet over, and I start to remember. It was about 2 weeks ago. Ashley and I were holding down the fort that day. Gavin locked himself in the office and told me that if I bothered him for anything other than an emergency, that I would not live to regret it. Upon pain of job loss, I told myself that I wasn't going 3 feet within the office doors. Francine stayed home that day. She was marathoning a competitive knitting show or something like that. Naomi was out shopping for some extra parts. The Dig Dug machine was acting up again. The buttons were sticking from some kid spilling a slushie on it. So what started as a pretty boring day in an empty Funplex changed rapidly. When Teo came into the Funplex carrying an armload of giant rolled up posters.
Hello there.
Heyo, Nako. Heyo, Ashley. Welcome home, Teo.
Hiya.
Good morning, my fair Teo. house art thou?
Only so. Freaking excited. I might explode into 1,000 bits. Please don't. That'd be an awful mess to clean up. We don't nearly have enough hydrogen peroxide to get out the blood stains. I don't have a plastic tub full of lye to dissolve your body parts in. This guy talks... KeyMailer talks a lot more like me than I'm really comfortable admitting.
Not to mention the years of therapy Neko and I will have to go through to get over how horrible it would be to watch your friend die violently in front of you. I just can't afford it.
Sheesh.
It's just a turn of phrase. Chill. I'm not going to literally explode. But, guess what's happening in 2 weeks? It's something huge for us.
Are they showing a compilation of internet cat videos at the movie quad?
Nope. Guess again. Please tell me we are finally going to replace the blindingly hard casino-like carpet beneath our feet.
Hey, I like the carpet. It's fun.
Wrong again. I can't believe you both don't pay attention to local news. Teo took the poster he was clutching and unravels them before us. Well, I think something was supposed to be plural in there. Anyway. It's Max time!
Oh my gosh!
Max? Max is already here.
Poops.
Okay, that's great.
I thought that wasn't for another month. That means I really got to double down on my cosplay production. Say goodbye to sleeping for the next 2 weeks. I've got so much to do now.
Bummer.
I know, right? I still have to meet with all the dancers and work on a synchronized dance routine. Nearly not enough time to perfect it. And I have to find a good time and place for an international Showtime stage community gathering.
I still have to finish hand sewing all the embellishments on my tailcoat. Find or make a decent pocket watch. And start and finish my 3rd cosplay. Death take me now.
Well, wait. Can we go back a minute? What exactly is Max? I can't do both of us at the same time, so...
The best gaming convention ever.
Did you both plan to say that in unison? Regardless, I'm still mostly confused and require further exposition. Max is the Mega Arcade Expo, an annual arcade gaming convention.
It happens every year around this time over on the West Coast.
But this year they're having a Max right here in our city, and it's going to be the biggest one yet.
I always go every year and show off my newest cosplay.
It's a great way to meet a whole bunch of other arcade people.
And catch up with those you haven't seen since the last convention. It's so much fun.
Okay, again, I can't really combo up. Okay, yes. Okay, I see why you're both excited. Sounds cool. Yep, and I was thinking we could put up some Max posters around the funplexes to, you know, get all the hot locals hyped about it.
That's a splendid idea, Teo. Finally, an East Coast Max. We gotta make sure everyone knows about it.
That we do. Teo, Ashley, and I have spent the next half hour putting up posters around the funplex. Plastered as many surfaces as we could without making it look too obscene. While we were pushing pins into the wall, Teo and Ashley kept telling me a story of past Maxes and all the fun they had. Their spirit was infectious at the very least. Hard for me to avoid ending up on the hype train. Choo choo. But, more importantly, the more I heard, the more I started thinking about how we could use this event to benefit the Funplex in some way. As the Funplex's newly minted event manager, I had to be the first on the lookout for opportunities like these. Very first Max on the East Coast. It'd be perfect. Hey, can we promote the Funplex's event at Max? Good for local buzz, and maybe we can convince some out-of-towners to stick around for it.
Ooh, that's what you've been working on, right, Neko?
Yeah, I've got ideas for tournaments, token discounts, much to Gavin's displeasure, and more. And we'll be revealing a new game we got from the raid. You still haven't told me what it is, and I'm not going to.
It's a secret. A super secret. It's so hush-hush that the only people who know about it are Neko, Gavin, Francine, and Naomi.
Ashley, you don't even know?
Nope. They were actually going to tell me, but I'm not very good at keeping secrets. So I made them promise not to even give me a hint about it.
So, Neko, do you have a name for this grand event yet?
Yeah, Neko, what's it called?
I've been thinking long and hard on coming up with the perfect name. But I think I figured it out. Are you ready?
Am I?
Suspense is killing us. The Funplex event will be called... we gotta do some wordplay. Hope. I don't think... That's way more than 15 characters. I think that's 5. Yeah. One, two, three, four. I might still be too many. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Yeah, that's still too many. Damn it. All right. Damn it. I'm a writer. Two, 3, 4, 6. That's 10 right there. There we go. That's terrible, but whatever. Oh, I had too many characters. Okay. Hope. Damn it. I'm trying to be too clever. That's the problem here. Two, 3, okay. 7, 8, 12. That just fits, okay. Think about calling a Funplex Type 2. How's that sound, I wonder? Okay, they give you a chance to, See, I was trying to work the typing into it. I'm sorry. That works. We shall call it Funplex Type 2. What do you think, eh? Eh?
Oh, I do so love it.
Amazing.
It's perfect.
Really? You needed Funplex Type 2? There are worse things you could have called it. It is kind of catchy, though. Nice work, friend. Ah, thanks, you two. So, how do I get tickets to Max? How can we advertise there? And, how much would all of that cost? I'm still living off pizza rolls, you know.
You mean you don't already have your tickets?
They sell it, like, on day 1, my friend. Actually, they sell it in about 20 minutes on day 1. And all the hotel rooms are gone way sooner. At least they're not really, I'm not, shying away from that fact. What? No. My greatest plans foiled.
Beep,
Nico, while you were all talking, I located the scalpers who were selling tickets online at exorbitant prices. Then I hacked into their IP addresses, found less than tasteful information on a couple of them, which would make their lives very difficult if it got out into the open. My job finder app just docks 2 dudes to get tickets to a gaming convention. Okay. After contacting them, I promised them I wouldn't leak such sensitive materials into the internet in exchange for selling us the tickets at their original prices. And they gladly obliged. Such nice humans. I transferred the funds from your account to theirs and secured the tickets. You should be getting an email for 2 Max 6 tickets at approximately 3, 2, 1. Done. Oh, and I suggest you invite Juniper to come along as your second. According to Juniper's Iris, she's very stressed from her job. Could use a mini vacation.
Okay, but, Iris? That's kind of known as blackmail. What you did is technically very, very illegal.
Don't worry, Nako. I erased all possible leads back to you. You'll be fine. And it's all in the name of helping the Funplex, isn't it? Just like you wanted me to do?
Well, Iris has been dedicating herself to this event. I couldn't be doing it without her, even if we do have to have another talk about human ethics. Fine, fine. But next time, let's do it without any federal crimes, okay?
Okay, it's a promise.
Boy, getting phlegmy for some reason.
Regardless, hey, tickets. Now you can go. Sweet.
And I'm not going to pity a few cold-hearted, bloodthirsty ticket scalpers myself. Those guys ruin events like Max. You know, your Iris is really cool. It's making me think maybe I should get one too.
Also, while I was procuring your tickets, I stumbled across the Funplex's Facewall account.
It has been updated in exactly 13 weeks, 2 days, 14 hours, and 54 seconds. The Funplex's social media presence is completely non-existent. Wait, we have a Facewall account? I mean, that does make sense, but still, I had no clue of its existence.
I sort of run it. I'm really bad at keeping up on it, though.
That sounds like it would be Gavin's thing. Why isn't he in charge of it?
Ha ha ha! Gavin couldn't care less about social media. He says that, and I quote,
Social
media is where idiots go to yell at each other about nothing of any importance. I'm not going to waste my time with it.
He's not wrong. That also sounds like Gavin.
Yep, and Francine is too old to understand the importance of social media. Naomi's way too busy with all her beloved games, so it fell into my hands. Which, as Iris stated, I haven't been doing a great job at.
Well, we should take advantage of it for this. We can use the Facewall account to spread the word of Funplex Type 2.
You're completely right. I should work harder at it. Or if you want, you can take it over. As the event manager, that'd make sense.
I mean, it is... I might as well. I really should take on the responsibility. It can only benefit the Funplex, and Ashley's right. Getting the word out is part of being an event manager. Right, I got this. Ashley, can you email me the login info?
Yep, and yep.
Ashley pulls out her phone and fiddles with it for a minute.
Login, get. Congratulations, you are now the new owner of our social media accounts.
Accounts? Huzzah, the power is all mine. Mine. Ashley, are you sure you want to give Dago this much power? If the fact that he threw his head back and cackled isn't sign enough, I don't know what else is.
I'm not worried one bit.
Excellent.
Dago, I can help Funplex keep up with Facewall too. I can program timed posts and use effective keywords to get the most out of each post. SEO is one of my many, many talents.
That'd be helpful, actually. Just, you know, don't break any laws.
Sounds good.
Understood. Do I have permission to access your contacts on your Facewall?
Sure.
And there. I've sent out notifications to everyone on your friends list and your friends' friends list. I
feel like that first apostrophe shouldn't be there.
But Funplex Type 2.
That was fast.
No joke. One more thing. Your site should have about 75% more images. Did you know that 90% of people prefer looking at pictures online rather than reading? Sometimes I just don't understand you sentient beings.
Your Iris does make a good point. We should totally come up with a poster for our event.
We can hand them out at Max too.
And of course put them up around the arcade. Okay, the arcade isn't too hectic today. Ashley, if you can watch the floor, I'm going to design us a sweet flyer to pass out to the con-goers. It's time to deploy my mad artist skills.
Ooh, sounds like a plan.
Let's make this the best Max ever. One we will never forget. My voice for him is drifting to the one I usually use for Gavin. But I know it is. I'm sorry. I spent the rest of the afternoon working hard on having the perfect design for our poster. Well, a design for our poster, at any rate. I was kind of hoping that'd be a mini game, just like picking elements. Which brings me back to the stack of papers currently in my arms, which do not in fact resemble the poster I designed. Okay, I would love if the Fist of Discomfort cabinet actually had fist-shaped joysticks.
Oh, I took the liberty of tuning your poster just a little. And changing the font selection and picking out new clip art and rearranging everything and using a popular color scheme.
But I liked my original design.
Dago used Comic Sans and Papyrus.
Comic Sans is cool, right? Looks like a comic book. Gamer nerds love comic books, don't they? And Papyrus was in the movie with the blue cat people aliens everybody loved.
Take it from the wannabe visual designer. Comic Sans is a one-way ticket to the uncool zone, but these new flyers are going to pull in people from the four corners of the globe.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess these are kind of not bad. Pretty good, actually. Okay, they're superior by every conceivable metric. I didn't know you were an artist, Juniper.
Well, I mean...
I'm not really. I mean, I guess I'm good at pretending to be one, but I couldn't, like, make art for a living, right? I couldn't. Anyway, if that stack isn't enough, I also emailed you a copy of the original file. Just take it to a copy shop or something. They can run off more. Publishing document, get. So, back to the point at hand, getting the information to the masses. If we just start yelling,
Hey, you guys! Several people turn around and look at us confusedly. Juniper. What? Yelling is probably not the best way to get our word out. And I'm actually still waiting for Ashley and Teo to show up. They promised that they would help me, so I think I'll just hang out till they arrive.
As you like. Seems my work here is done.
Juniper pulls out her phone and checks it.
You Funplex folks fling some
That is completely on purpose.
You Funplex folks fling some flyers. As for me, there's a really cool panel I wanted to attend. How to get your foot in the door of the arcade art industry.
Making some progress. Get savey. Okay.
I mean, not that I'm seriously thinking about it. Just, you know, it's interesting and stuff.
Later.
Oh, it's starting in 10 minutes. I'll catch up with you at home. Good luck, Neko.
Juniper waves as she trots off. I lose sight of her instantly as she ducks into the crowd. Growing up, I always knew that arcades were amazingly popular, but the reality of it all didn't really stick until being here at Max. Thousands of people, all coming together for their love of games. It's actually pretty darn inspiring. I muster enough courage to wade my way through several hundred people in the main convention hall. Eventually I find a safe space, a humble bench near the water fountains. I make this my home base while I wait for my friends. Since both Teo and Ashley are running late, I have some time to fully take in my surroundings in a calmer fashion, of course. Everywhere I look, everything I see, it's all steeped in arcade culture. Booths are set up for all the major arcade companies, each table vying for the attention of the crowd. Ugh. Some have spaces set up with stages, flashing lights, and people throwing t-shirts into lines of people. Can we talk about these lines for a second, though? There are lines for everything. Lines to play games, lines to go see a panel, lines to eat disgusting convention food, lines for the bathroom. There are even lines to get into other lines. This is true. And they all just wait there, standing, happily chittering amongst themselves. I have trouble waiting in line for 10 minutes in the whole store for a coffee, let alone waiting in line for 3 hours just to play a game that will be released in 4 months. These people aren't even human anymore. Their perseverance is godlike. The sensory output here is overwhelming. People are shouting and laughing as they crowd areas. Music pumps out of several different booths. They get a weird mashup of notes and chiptunes. There's even a giant dinosaur that people can take selfies with. As I contemplate how I'm going to attract all these people to Funplex Type 2, I hear sounds of very loud and very upbeat music behind me. I feel the bumping of the bass reverberate throughout my shoes and I turn around. Neko! Teo sits on a colossal boombox at his feet. I recognize the music now. It's from Showtime Stage, and Teo is bumping his signature song. I wish for him to turn down the music and he complies. Last thing I need to do is lose my voice from shouting before I even get the chance to talk to anybody. Hey. Sorry I'm late. I had some last-minute dance moves I had to incorporate into the routine. No worries, I just got here myself. Despite Max's many attempts to trample me, I have survived thus far. Yeah, it looks like you are significantly non-trampled. Nicely done. Don't congratulate me yet. We still have the rest of the day to endure. What's with the boombox, by the way? Oh, this is for the Showtime Stage gathering. There are going to be a couple hundred of us from all over the world. I didn't realize that there are Showtime Stage communities in other countries.
Absolutely.
We're actually the biggest community. The second biggest community. The largest is in Japan. Several players flew in all the way from Tokyo just to be a part of our Showtime Stage flash mob. I'm actually kind of into that. I admit I've probably spent too much time watching videos of flash mobs doing random stuff for upvotes. They look like so much fun. And to take everyone by surprise like that, I want to see the looks on their faces. I want in. Neko, it might be a little too late for that. I've been planning this for months, and it's taken coordination from all the leaders of the Showtime groups. There was a lot of work from all sides to make this come together. Now all that's left is to actually do it. In fact, Neko, you should come watch it. I was about to respond when a very elegantly dressed gentleman caught my eye. He wore a black proper tailcoat with an ornate sigil pinned to his breast. Accompanying his suit, he had fashioned himself with white regal gloves. With a cloth draped over his arm, he held tightly onto an antique tea kettle. As he approached, the crowd parted like waves from Moses. There were oohs and ahs. Oh, like waves from that Moses. Okay. There were oohs and ahs from onlookers, and people pulled out their phones to get a quick picture of him. Like the rest of the crowd, I was taken aback at how immaculate this butler was. Absolute perfection. I feel like I had time warp back to the 1800s, about to have tea with royalty. That was a little clumsy. He stepped up to me and Teo and gave us a slight bow. Normally this would be ridiculously out of place, but not at an arcade convention. He's a character from a hot fighting game called Melee Maidens. It's all about ninja maids and battle butlers duking it out for the right to serve a fancy party, or something. I can't quite put my finger on it, but he really looks familiar. Maybe I've seen him at the Funplex before? I always feel so bad when I can't remember people I've met prior. Excuse me, have we met?
Neko, it's me.
Huh? How does Mystery Butler know my... It's obviously Ashley. Do I have a stalker who's also a butler? What if...
We work together?
Uh-huh. Did Francine hire someone and not tell me about it? How long have Gavin, Naomi, and... Ashley?
Took you long enough. Jeez. The confused look on your face, ha!
Priceless. You've never seen Ashley's crossplay before? Possibly? Probably not. What's crossplay?
When you cosplay as another gender.
Oh, okay, Ashley, seriously. You look completely different. I didn't even recognize you.
Oh, I know. Sorry I let you think otherwise for a minute, but it was all good fun.
No worries. It's pretty impressive work.
Oh, it's not impressive at all. I mean, I could have done a much better job at sewing the coattails, and I need to be like 5 inches taller, and I didn't go to the gym enough before this.
You can't change any of that now, and honestly, it looks fine.
Regardless, the cosplay parade is starting soon, and I need to get over there. You should come with me.
Hey now, Neko was gonna go with me to the Showtime stage gathering.
Well, whatever Neko wants to do, it's his choice.
That's fair.
Either way, it'd be a good opportunity to promote Funplex Type 2 to one crowd or another. Would you like to come with me to the cosplay parade?
Or join me in the flash mob. I'm feeling flash mob. Sorry, Ashley. Yes, let's go. Tail led the way as we navigated around clusters in the crowd, his boombox carried to the side. They were zigging and zagging through hallways, people and booths. Every step I took I was more bewildered with the whole event, and the more I felt very small in the entire ocean of the arcade fans. How was I supposed to inform all these people about Funplex Type 2? There is literally no way to get the word out to thousands of gamers. It's gonna take a gaming miracle, or at least not a complete and utter failure. I need to find lip balm. I'm like dying here. I'll be right back. Heck, I'd even settle for not getting trampled and having to make maybe... Oh, 3, 2, 1. Heck, I'd even settle for not getting trampled and having maybe like 10 people show up. Set your expectations low so when something happens, you'll be pleasantly surprised. Another family motto. Besides go with the flow, this is our other life staple. But that's not what I'm about anymore. I'm trying to break the mold, right? And here we are, my friend. When our race through the maze ended, we were standing in an atrium of sorts. Glass ceilings and walls covered half of the space, letting it the space. Now the typos are coming out for real. Letting in a ton of natural light. Welcome shock to the system, working in the arcade business. Working in the arcade business, you rarely have access to windows, and the convention center for Max was no different. It's all simple psychology, really. No windows equals no sense of time for people, meaning they spend way more time and money in the arcade because they lose track of it all. At least that's what Gavin taught me, and I'm pretty sure he knows his science on arcade and the arcades and the people in them. The atrium's pretty secluded from the rest of the convention, quieter than all the hustle and bustle of the main hall. There are plenty of tables for people to sit down at and enjoy a rest. Plant boxes are filled to the brim with exotic ferns and flowers. So it's like the little village / food court area at the Gaylord. There's even a water fountain here. Truly an oasis in the harsh arcade desert. The people are more dispersed here since this location also holds the food court. Like I said. People are slurping down fruit smoothies and munching on fries while enjoying a break from the craziness that is Max. Don't get me wrong, there's still games out here, just significantly fewer. And all the games here are dancing games. There are a few stages set up around the space, and people are dancing to their heart's content. See classics like DDR or Dance Dance Revolution and In the Groove. I know musties. With Showtime stage highlighted in the center.
Hey, pretty great spot, isn't it?
I can see why you chose this place. It's Dance Central. Oh no. Well, not Dance Central by Harmonix. You know, just... You know, Dance Central. Oh, I didn't even try to do the voice. Okay. I don't think it's the only place big enough for your flash mob.
Hey, keep it quiet. Flash mobs are supposed to be all secret and stuff until it all goes down.
Fair enough. My lips are mum from here on out. Sealed, I mean.
Good. I can't have you ruining the surprise. But in all seriousness, I really appreciate you being here. It means a lot to me. Cheering me on and just being your amazing self.
That's what I do.
Honored to call you my friend.
Hey, that's what friends are for. I got your back. Speaking of being friends, you want to help me get the word out about Funplex Type 2? I was hoping you'd volunteer.
For you? I got you. But it'll have to wait until after the flash mob. We should be starting any minute now.
I mean, it also makes sense. Like, we know there's a local dancing stage scene. You'd think the guy from the local dancing stage, or whatever, dancing stage is an actual game. It's the European name for DDR. Showtime stage. You think having the local guy for that, who's always at our arcade playing it anyway, you know, you could get people who know him in there. I'm just waiting for my leads to show up. While I stand next to Teo, I note several familiar faces from the Funplex. Looks like most of the Showtime stage regulars showed up to support Teo. Most of them are chatting amongst themselves, some are playing various dancing games, while others are waiting for Teo's signal. Speaking of the Dancing King himself, Teo looks like a sheepdog that's lost his herd. He's watching the crowds frantically for his friends, and he's mumbling to himself under his breath. He normally has such a calm and collected air about him. This is completely unlike him. Teo, what's up?
Well,
Oh, you know, just worried about everything collapsing from underneath me. This whole thing won't work unless I have all the group leaders. Right now it's just me and my sister. It's a sister? You never mentioned you had a sister before. Well, you don't really talk about family much, so I thought it would be impolite to bring it up. Touche. Your sister is one of the dance leaders?
absolutely.
Oh yeah, she's probably a better dancer than I am. She taught me everything I know about dancing, from the chasse to the moonwalk. Is that how you spell chasse? I don't know much about, like, proper dance. When I was a kid, I would watch her dance recitals and be in complete awe. Every turn, step, and movement done with absolute elegance. I can't even come close to comparing to my sister. I'm awful. Hold up just a minuet. Teo rolls his eyes and lets out an exasperated sigh at my cool dancing pun. You're way more talented than all the dancers that dance at the Funplex. So they chose you as their leader. They look up to you so much. For more than just teach new dogs old tricks. That's that. I understand there's a lot of script to edit, but there's just been a few in a row here. You're kind, Neko. What you don't understand is that Showtime stage is completely different than traditional dance. You lost me. Like when we were walking along the same point there, but then I spotted a candy store and I ran off. That's how lost I am. With Showtime stage, you're forced to move within a finite box. You can't glide across the dance floor or jump as high as you want in a grand jeté. While it may look very similar, it's restricted. This is all about freedom of expression, and you don't have that as much at Showtime stage. Well, I'm not the best dancer. I am good at one thing. What's that? Games.
Exactly.
Games with dancing elements in them, to be exact. Funny enough, my sister doesn't even play dancing games. She's terrible at them, in fact. But she's helped me figure out this whole flash mob out. And if it doesn't work, I'm going to be mortified. How bad will it look if 300 people are all prancing about out of sync? Teo holds his hands up to his face in horror, much like the Scream painting. When I look at his hands, I can see them shaking. He's doing his best to keep together, but if I don't find a way to calm him down, he's going to break. Only one thing to do to fix this. Dance! Start doing the only dance I ever bothered learning. Macarena. No, okay. I made a point of not learning that. I shake my body as rhythmically as I can and outstretch my right arm, then the left. My hands follow suit up to my head, my hips, and then give a little wiggle. I bend once to the knees before jumping up and turn to the side, only to do it all again. What in Shiva's name are you doing? Are you seriously doing the Macarena right now? What, you don't like it? I didn't until right now. Teo looks way more relaxed now. He's laughing and smiling like he normally does.
Thank you.
Thanks, I'm so ready for this now. Oh, Neko, can you excuse me for a minute? I see my peeps. I nod and he dashes off towards a group of people. They're all huddled together, and when Teo approaches, they all give him hugs and high fives. Everyone is in great spirits as they're getting ready for the big moment. Teo grabs his boombox from where he left it earlier and makes his way up to the main stage. As soon as his foot touches the platform, Funplex crew who'd come on dear Showtime stage quickly springs into action. One of them runs behind the Showtime stage cabinet and unplugs it from the wall. The bouncy Europop that was playing is replaced with dead silence. A collective gasp comes from the atrium. Well, they were the ones on the machine, so it's not like they interrupted somebody else's game. The other crew member pulls out a microphone from a nearby pack and hands it to Teo. He plugs the cord into the back of his boombox and brings it close to his mouth. Max, are you ready for me to rock your body? There are cheers from the crowd as all the dancers are ready to get on with the flash mob. The light of the crowd is feeding Teo's energy and he's gulping it up. Don't turn away, not even for a second. Sorry. Actual TDR quotes. Teo looks at me directly and winks. Watch me now. Teo begins with a snap and everyone falls into place. As Teo moves his body, everyone in the audience starts to mimic him. Slowly, more people join in. Group of people after group of people. Soon the entire room is dancing, moving together like a school of fish. But way more upbeat and not getting eaten by sharks. The music pumps into the atrium and everyone is feeling it. Teo leads the flash mob from the stage and he's putting his entire spirit in. He's smiling from ear to ear as he hits every beat with utter precision. I wonder how often he has to replace his... It looks like a... like one of those neon noodle chain necklaces. I wonder how often he has to replace that. You know, like the little light stick, the long ones that you get at like parades and crap when you're a child. And your parents don't want to spend $5 on them, but you beg them until they try to get you to shut up. Anyway, the Congos who are participating in the flash mob, who've pulled out their phones and are recording the whole thing. Gamers are exchanging gossiping, taking pictures. I'm sure I'll be reading all about this all over social media. Actually, I should probably post something about this on our face wall. I pull out my phone like everyone else and snap a few pics and video clips. Flash mob itself didn't last more than a few minutes. And in a dramatic end, Teo jumps off the stage and into the crowd. We will immediately part for Teo as he strolls deeper into the middle of the masses. Same Funplex crew members that helped earlier are following Teo with his boombox. Once Teo makes it to the center of the crowd, he motions for his friends to put it down. This is going to be the shill. Once again, he brings the mic up. Well, did you like it? And once again, cheers erupt from the throng of dancers. Teo claps along with all the bystanders.
Thank you.
Thank you, Max. Max, you are too sweet. You know, I couldn't have done this whole thing without the help of my friend Nako. Do not point this at me, just hand out the posters. More clapping and shouting, only this time it's for me? He gave me encouragement when I needed it most. Nako, why don't you come here for a minute? Me? I point to myself. No, the other Nako standing behind you. Get your buns over here. I'm pretty sure I was in the original script, but that kind of just plays into the naming choices. Anyway, I feel a couple people lightly push me towards Teo. Hesitantly, I made my way over to him. Weird to be surrounded by that many people, but being next to Teo made me feel comfortable about the whole situation. Good to have backup. Everyone, give it up for Nako. More happy people cheer for me. Now, I really want you all to listen to him. Like, really listen. It's an important announcement. Teo hands me the mic and leans in next to me, whispering in my ear. You wanted help with Funplex Type 2, right? Well, you've got the floor. Go ahead and tell everyone about it. Looking out at the masses, my chest felt tight, and I could feel a bead of sweat run down my back. Teo smiled at me earnestly, waiting for me to speak to everyone. I gulped. But this was it, wasn't it? This is what I've been asking for, to go out and to do something for myself. Couldn't back down now. I had to do this for myself. I'm going to prove myself that I am not a duplication of my family. I can break the mold. Huh? I took a deep breath and mustered every ounce of confidence I could find hiding within. I took the mic in my hand, blinked once, and began to speak. How's everyone enjoying their Max? A good amount of wooing and cheering came from those around me. Step 1. Always get the audience on your side. What about that flash mob, though? Fantastic, right? I know you're all having such a great time. Why let it end after today? I'm so glad they didn't really make this like a choice series, because I would screw it up terribly. Next weekend, Francie's Arcade Funplex at the Twin Pines Mall is going to be putting on a special event, and it's going to be one hell of a time. It's called Funplex Type 2, and we need your help to make it as good, if not better, than Max. Teo leans in to play the part of my co-MC.
Sure.
You had me at special event. Tell me more. The Funplex is a growing and humble arcade, but packed with the best games around and the best gamers around. It's our first big event, and we need your help to make it rock. We're having a Fist of Discomfort tournament, an exhibition event to break the world record high score of Moopy's Magical Maze. High score competitions on every game in the arcade all day long, and we'll be revealing a brand new mystery game, a rarity you won't believe. But that's not all, right, Nako? Nope. Showtime stage is a huge part of the Funplex. We owe Teo our thanks for that. As you know, he's cultivated this community to what it is today, and to celebrate that, we want to offer the exclusive event to all you dancers out there. Special dancing event at Funplex Type 2 will be... Drum roll, please. Teo starts slapping his hands on his thighs to imitate a drum. Go free play. Gavin's not going to be happy, but who cares? Showtime Stage community spends so much money on their game, and it's not cheap. $1 a play. A better way to give back to them than having them not pay for the game the entire day. I'm sure Gavin won't mind. You don't have to spend a single token on Showtime Stage for all the Funplex Type 2. Another roar from everyone in the atrium. It's so loud that I swear the windows shook. Fantastic. Everything you said sounds just amazing. I know I'll be there. Wonderful, and I hope to see all your faces out there next weekend. I point to as many people around me as I can. There were several more shouts, and then naturally the crowd started to disperse. As Teo and I were cleaning up after the flash mob, my phone was my phone is my pocket started going off. At first it was just a couple vibrations, but before I could realize what was happening, my phone started seizing. What the? I pulled my phone from my pocket, and when I looked at it, the Funplex's face wall had over 1,000 likes. Oh, really? What? The hell?
Can I interrupt? I might have borrowed some of the pictures and video clips you snapped earlier and applied the proper hashtags and links to the Funplex's social media accounts.
Good work.
Since the content went live, activity on the Funplex's face wall has increased 700%. The buzz about Funplex Type 2 is off the scale. Note to self, invent a new scale. I quickly scanned my own face wall, and even people I knew who weren't arcaders were talking up a storm about it. I also heard people around me discussing it. I can't wait till next weekend. That Funplex Type 2 thing sounds like a blast. I am totally going to the Funplex place.
This is mystery game they mentioned. It was great to hear all the buzz around the atrium, and Iris really helped with the social media aspect. I can't believe it was that easy. Sometimes that's all it takes. It was great fun, but I'm totally exhausted. Me, too. But you didn't dance. Hey, I faced my fears in front of several hundred people. If that's not exhausting, then I don't know what is. Plus, I'm hungry. You could always go over to one of the food vendors and pay $12 for overly salted french fries. Well, there goes my appetite. You know, Gavin and Naomi are running a pop-up arcade for the Funplex. Of course they are. Along with some other local arcades in Hall B. You can always pop by there for a breather with some friends. Why wouldn't they tell me about this? How about I meet you there later? I need to debrief with the other leaders first. Sounds good. Be seeing you. I wave bye to Teo as I make my way towards Exhibit Hall B, on the lookout for Gavin's serious face, or Naomi's kind one. It's gonna be Gavin. He's gonna hear about the free play and have me murdered. I would have laughed if they just, like, reversed the orientation of this shot for B. Get a little... There wasn't anything left in that can. Let's see. Exhibit Hall B. Very much it resembles Exhibit Hall A, where I started my day. Industry types, dealers, swag, crowds. Just save since that was a relatively major event. But there's definitely more actual arcade games here, as local places have set up pop-up arcades all over the place. I feel like we're going to end up meeting someone from Deco's Palace, finally. It's hard to notice the smaller displays with the giant, garish Deco's Palace display eating up the center, but I managed to crawl my way around the edges to find. Oh hi, everybody's here. Well now, pretty much everybody else in the crew, save for Francine. Teo and Ashley are still hanging out with their respective communities. I've got some time, maybe I can bend someone's ear. Meanwhile, let's see, what's everybody doing right now? Gavin's reading the news. Working on a Galaga. I love Nibbler. And Queen Bee agitated. We haven't really been hanging out with her. Much as flipping a coin. I want to relieve Queen Bee's fears, but we've already pretty much started the Naomi route, so I didn't even declare what was what there. All right, heads Naomi, tails Queen Bee, and it'll be 3. That's the 3, as always. That's a tails. Queen Bee it is. Queen Bee looks stressed out, just loitering around, not playing games. Hey, I forgot what she sounds like entirely.
Oh, hey kid, how's Max treating you?
Decently, and you look kind of frazzled.
Well...
There we go.
Ooh, me? Haha, I'm totally okay. I'm well... Yeah, okay, no. I'm in the losers bracket.
Meaning?
The big FOD tournament they're hosting here at Max. I advanced from pools, but I'm in the losers bracket. If I lose one more match, I'm out. Finished. Dead. Loser.
I get it.
Right now, I'm just sitting around waiting to be called up for my next match, trying not to worry, and failing miserably. It sucks. It seriously sucks.
Allow me to provide a service for our valued customer and distract you then. Want to talk?
Yeah, sure. Why the f not?
We amble all around, behind the Funplex display to a neat little corner wedge between two other industry booths. Good spot for a quietish chat.
Look, don't worry about me, okay? This sort of stress is healthy.
Okay.
A good
I got a better idea
competitor
now.
feeds off stress as nourishment, grows strong, powerful. I've been in the loser's bracket before and gotten all the way to the finals. Tournaments are my thing.
Frankly, it's when you are worried that you make mistakes. You get cocky, overconfident. You screw up.
You? Cocky? Never.
Cocky as a defense mechanism is different from cocky out of apathy. You steel yourself with one.
I was supposed to be being sarcastic.
You let important things slip with the other. You feel me, kid?
Wouldn't it keep me... I think that keeping cool and focused regardless of wins or losses would perform better in the long run. I know that's not your style, and I'm not asking you to switch it up. I'm just saying I'm not sure boundless confidence alone will always work.
Hey, no, I hear you. I get it. Not insulted. And I know players like that, but you're right that it isn't me. Never has been, probably never will.
If it works for you, kid, you do that. Leave the role of complete badass to me. What, you're not stressed at all? Huh?
Well... Yeah, okay, I'll admit it.
Things have been stressful with streaming lately. Oh? How so?
Because with esports streaming, everything has to be perfect all the goddamn time. Not like you, where you miss a stray gum wrapper or the plexiglass isn't polished to a shine. Gavin will let it slide.
Clearly you have not worked for Gavin.
Okay, Francine will let it slide. Look, I'm not a metaphor person.
My point is, when you're a public figure, an esports competitor, a streamer, an internet sensation, you gotta hustle. 100% hustle. 110% hustle.
And this is why I'm clearly not a competitor, because I do not hustle.
You only see folks like me and Teo from backstage. You aren't watching from the audience. Different situation entirely there. There's no room for error. If one thing is wrong, I'll get punished for it, one way or another. If not by the chat, which constantly seeks my blood and salty tears, then by my own team. They're always evaluating my performance. Things go badly
Kind of
enough,
the price of
my viewer
competition,
count
but
goes down, and I could lose my sponsorship. Then everything.
damn.
Damn, indeed. You see what I mean?
Take the world. Queen Bee is really letting the stress get to her. I should find a way to pump up her spirits. Okay, so it's brutal. Sounds like life has been brutal in general lately. But there is one thing you told me long ago that I'm not gonna quote back at you. When the world, boops on you,
You take a boop on the world? Haha, that's my favorite catchphrase. Well done, kid. You're right, I'm not gonna let anything stand in my way.
That's what I like to hear. But really, Queen Bee, it all makes sense. But you have to make time for yourself and relax.
Easier said than done. I know streamers who take a week off, go on vacation or something, and all their subs drop off the face of the earth.
But I also know burnout's a serious thing. I do need to take breaks. If I'm gonna relax, you should follow that same advice, kid. Huh?
You're running all over this place pushing your event. I get that this is a big deal for you, in the same way that training for it is a big deal for me. But take some me time alongside the you time, you know? I mean, you me and you. Me you. I mean...
Okay, you know what I mean. The two of us go our separate ways. Her to rejoin the tournament, and me to catch up with Teo and Ashley again back at the mini Funplex. My current status, sitting. And enjoying it. Took a few minutes of searching and stalking, but eventually I found an open seat in the pop-up arcade. While the sit is satisfying, the rest of everything else is miserable. My feet are sore from walking all over, and I don't remember the last time I ate. I feel dehydrated, and I have a slight headache from all the noise. And there are still 4 more hours of Max left. Oh, if Gavin saw me in my current state, leaning back, arms at my side, completely exhausted, picture it clearly. He'd be looming over me with his dark, unfettered eyes. He would lean in close and frown, grumbling. He'd say, "Neko, may I remind you, these seats are for patrons only." I audibly sighed, just thinking about it. As luck would have it, though, Gavin and Naomi are huddled over the Galaga cabinet trying to figure out why the monitor's not working. Okay, so can I still work on that? Freedom. My buns are experiencing the best freedom has to offer. While my body feels like it could collapse at any moment, I feel good about it, right? Getting the word out about Funplex Type 2 is great. Seeing people's face light up with excitement is why I'm really here. Plus, watching Teo inspire the crowd was an added bonus. His energy is infectious. I smiled to myself. Pain in my heels, the grumbling in my tummy. Worth it. While enjoying the respite, I let my eyes close for a moment, and of course, the second I do that, I hear footfalls closing in.
There you are, Neko.
We've been looking all over for you. But we were specifically going to meet up back here, at the Funplex Pop-Up Arcade. Yes, but we didn't expect you to be tucked in the darkest corner of the arcade. I'm hiding from Gavin. He'll put me to work if he sees me.
Hiding behind the pinball machines is probably not the smartest choice then. You know how much he loves pinball.
Every spare moment he thinks no one is watching him is spent getting that high score.
I have so many candid pictures of on my phone of him playing pinball.
You have to show me. Like, right now.
Aha, yes! His concentration face is so cute.
Before I can even react, Ashley has her phone out and is scrolling through pictures of Gavin. Both look up at me guiltily. Though we have more important matters, Max is over in a few hours and we still have a lot of work left to do.
You're right, Neko. Please don't tell Gavin.
Secret is safe with me. Right, so business time. I think I got something. Go on. I have a friend, and she's an indie arcade developer. The new title she's been working on is amazing. It's got co-op, it's got competition, it's got magical schoolgirls.
Now you're talking.
Got it all.
Wait, I'm pretty sure I've heard of this game. Is it called Magical Moon Cuties?
Yeah, that's the one, and she's thinking about premiering at Funplex Type 2.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh, it'd be cooler than cool.
It sounds interesting enough. It might make for another fun game for people to play. You really think people would come to play a game no one has even heard of? Actually, the game's been in development for a few years now and has a pretty big following already. My friend is somewhat known in the indie scene. I'm sure we'll create some buzz at least.
Are you kidding, Teo? We'd be the talk of the arcade world.
I do like being the talk of world side things. Let's go check it out. I stand up, invigorated by the news. As I start walking back to the hall with Teo, I hear a call from behind me.
Wait!
I turned around and see Ashley standing there fidgeting. Her green eyes are darting back and forth nervously. Ashley?
I, too, have a plan.
She motions for us to come back towards her, which we do.
Huh?
What's your idea, Ashley? He puts an arm around Teo and the other one around me, huddling the three of us together.
So what I am proposing might not be the most legal course of action.
Do I even want to know?
You've seen the huge monitors hanging from the ceiling in the middle of all the major halls, right?
How could I miss them? They're constantly bombarding us with ads and false hopes of high-quality convention food. No matter how convincingly tempting that $9 hot dog looks on the big screen, don't even think about it.
Exactly my point. Everyone is looking at it. I know a way to sneak into the back area. All we have to do is break into the main communication center and upload the flyer Neko made into the rotation.
Whoa!
You want to do what?
Shh, keep your voice down, Teo. Unless you want to get arrested for being an accomplice. It's a genius plan. Everyone at Max will see our name in lights.
So, yeah, that's a less than legal way of getting the word out, but I have to admit, you've got me intrigued. It'd definitely work, but I don't know.
Trust me.
What about?
Of course, we need to go in disguise. I'm already nicely disguised, but Neko would need to switch into something way more distracting.
Why more distracting, exactly?
To distract from your face, of course. What I'm trying to say is people remember the costume, not the person wearing it. I've got the perfect maid costume for you. It's from Melee Maidens, the same thing my costume's from.
A maid costume. You want to put me in a maid costume?
It'll be fun, and just a ticket for keeping people from recognizing you. But if you don't want to do it, that's fine. I suggest going with Teo instead, and letting me take care of the advertising myself. It's cool. I can do it. Totally up to you, though. Though I think it'd look super cute as a maid.
Let's not forget about magical moon cuties. I suggest you come with me instead. Far safer. Both options are valid, honestly. Splashy advertising would certainly drive foot traffic, even if getting it up there would be dodgy. Importantly, Iris could help us do it safely without anyone noticing. Safer than Ashley going off on her own to try it. It's an inadvisable stunt. But a highly anticipated indie title might do the trick, and result in far less jail time. I'm torn on this one, too, because I want to see what the maid outfit looks like. But I also want to see what the game looks like, so... Heads, cuties, tails, maid. Maid? Maid. Ashley, fetch my maid outfit. It's heist time. Wearing a disguise doesn't involve talking to strangers. It sounds like more fun than battling my way through more sweaty, pulsating crowds. I can't honestly say I expected to be doing this when I woke up this morning, but... Maid costume. Right. Okay, let's do this. Ashley heads over the elegant maid outfit, which is conveniently exactly my size. As for Teo, since he's already friends with this indie arcade developer, Teo's gotten in on recruiting her for Funplex Type 2. He doesn't really need me. There we go. I was kind of thinking that. Teo, I have complete confidence in you. Lay it up real thick. You know, play coy, say all the right things, wink a whole bunch. I demonstrate a big wink, using my entire face to show him how it's done. In the Francine. Oh my, is that how you entice people? Is that how you entice people that you're interested in? Let's leave the flirting to me, shall we, Neko? You're just jealous you don't have these mad skills. I mean, skills. With a Z. Like the cool kids say. Uh-huh, sure. Don't get in too much trouble without me. I don't want to see you on an episode of Cops tonight.
I promise nothing. Teo, good luck.
I don't need good luck. And don't forget to snatch a photo of Neko in the maid costume for me.
You know it.
I am standing right here. I can hear your every word. Peace. And the three went down to 2. I looked over at Ashley, her expression brimming with excitement. Maybe even too much excitement. Had I made the right choice? I quickly scanned my memories from the various cop and lawyer dramas I'd seen. What was the punishment for breaking and entering, trespassing, and tampering with equipment? Could be more than, what, 10 years? Or possibly death. But it was too late to back down now. I dug my own grave, perhaps literally, with Ashley. Well, I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
That's the spirit.
So what exactly is our plan?
I am so happy you asked. You see that door next to the restrooms across the expo hall?
The one that has a sign that specifically states authorized personnel only.
That's the one.
Neko is worried now.
Trust me.
My trust wavered as she began rifling through her bag and removed a rolled up poster board. As Ashley unraveled it, I noticed that it looked oddly like blueprints. No, it was blueprints. Blueprints of the entire convention center. How the... what why?
Listen, all we have to do is go through these doors, snake our way along the corridors, and we're there.
Her finger traced the exact route as she talked me through it.
The communication center should be right at the end of that passageway. Easy, right?
Yep, easy. Easier than breaking the right stick on the Killer Instinct cabinet at the Funplex. Yeah, that was a notorious thing, wasn't it?
Oh man, Naomi's always fixing that machine. It never works properly.
First, we'll get you changed. We can use the bathrooms for that. I'll play lookout while you get your maid on.
So let me get this straight before I go in and change. Someone spots us while we're in our disguises. We just strip down and ditch the costumes?
One does not simply ditch the cosplay.
Yeah.
We would change out of the costumes, hastily of course, and stash them in a secret safe place until we could retrieve them again.
I've helped hide beers that could be taken into certain areas of conventions, and they were there later, so it's not hard to do. Note to self, do not talk about disregarding Ashley's cosplay. Ever. Roger that. Leave disguises in hiding spot. Make sure nothing bad happens to them.
Now get in the bathroom and suit up for battle. Time's a-wastin'.
I didn't sign up for a battle. I struggled to figure out what all the clasps and what velcros to what, but Ashley took the time to explain the basics through the closed stall door. And when I emerged...
You look so cute. Take a good look at yourself in the mirror.
That's a look. And cat ears, on brand. Purple bow. Probably pulls from what clothing choices you made earlier. Okay, now that I actually see myself in this costume, damn, I'm adorable. Oh yeah, this works. This definitely works.
Perfection. Now we commence with part 2.
Ashley looks both ways before we exit the restroom. People don't even seem fazed by us either. I guess seeing a maid and a butler at a convention is normal. In other words, it actually is the perfect disguise. We fit in by sticking out. Go figure. We shuffle back to the expo hall of Max and stand in front of the looming doors with the authorized personnel only sign. The big red letters bore deep into my soul, reminding me of its unlawfulness in breaking the rules. Some red letters aren't going to hold me back. I've been breaking the rules my entire life.
Have you, though?
Would you consider eating pizza bagels every day breaking the rules of humanity?
Oh gosh, yes, you are a most fearsome lawbreaker.
Alright, Abdullah the Butcher, let's go. That's a reference. Ashley grabs my hand and pushes onward through the door like she owns the place. I close my eyes tightly as I realize she's dragging me onto the other side.
Confidence is key, Nako.
Walk it like you own it. As the door closes behind me, I carefully open my eyes. We're alone. No big bad boss monster lives back here. No flashing lights or laser beam mazes we have to crawl through. Just some industrial style back hallway. Simple brick walls, venting pipes overhead, and endless concrete floors. I'm honestly a little disappointed with how mundane it all is. Is this really it?
These are just the access halls and rooms for employees to use. We don't have to travel across the con floor. Nothing fancy.
What exactly were you expecting? Horde of security guards, all with riot gear, maybe some intricate obstacle course, and an eye scanner to confirm identification.
Now who has the overactive imagination? Sorry to burst your bubble, but nothing like that back here. Just you, me, and Iris. Hello, Ashley. Hello, Nako. Are you ready for Operation Hot Dog Takedown? Yes, sir. Ashley, sir.
Whoa, whoa. What is this Operation Warm Weenies thing? And Iris, why are you and Ashley in cahoots without me?
My sources say yes.
Ashley sent me all the information earlier. A copy of the flyer and the plans for removing all the other ads on the Jumbotrons. I'm still unclear on hot dogs and why humans crave them, however. I mean, why would you want compressed pig parts when a pizza's on a... Not now. Iris.
Between my computer skills and Iris, we've got everything we need to hack into the mainframe. She's gonna be a great help.
Wait, Max is a mainframe? And is this the mainframe that giant room size... And is the mainframe that giant room size wall of hardware with spinning tape drives and stuff?
Nah, nothing like that. You'll see soon enough. According to the Max floor layout and the Convention Center blueprints, it should be this way.
Ashley and I tiptoe our way closer to the communications room, taking our time to listen for footsteps and other noises. And nothing eventful happens. That is until we round the first bend. We both spot a Max enforcer leaning up against the wall. Luckily, his attention is diverted into furiously typing on his cell phone. We quickly duck back around the corner and collect our thoughts in hushed voices. What do we do now? We can't just walk down that hallway.
True, our path is blocked momentarily. We can find a way past this. There might be another route to take.
Let's consult the blueprints. As we start to look, we hear footsteps. I don't think we have time for that, Ashley. Steps get louder and louder as he approaches us. He's coming straight down the hall towards us. There has to be something we can do. I quickly scan our surroundings and see a broken off small shard of concrete floor and a shallow indent in the wall across from us. We have to act now. Recess. Ashley and I both glance over at the almost closet-like nook across from us and back at each other, then once more back at the wall. Like we had a Vulcan mind meld earlier. Vulcan should be capitalized. We both dart over towards it. There's barely enough room for both of us to squeeze into the recess together. Squished up against one another, we both avoid direct eye contact to make the whole thing less awkward. The moment passes, however, when the Max Enforcer walks right by us without noticing us. We both breathe a sigh of relief, and before we slink around the corner, avoiding the sentry's gaze. We're not out of the woods yet, hoping to avoid more sentinels. We scurry the rest of the way until we reach the floor to the communications room. We thought we were at the correct place because the sign over at the sign over at that red communications room. Also, was a clever ruse.
We did it! That was some quick thinking back there, Nako.
Now all we have to do is... I reach down, grabbing a hold of the door and turn it.
Locked?
Locked. Well, drat. Now, where are we going to find the key? Who even has the key? Do we need to pickpocket a staffer? I didn't even know how to pickpocket anyone.
I got this one, Nako.
Stunned, I watch as Ashley removes a bobby pin from her wig and begins to pick the lock on the door. What? I thought that was all movie magic. You can't really pick a lock with a simple hair accessory, right?
Watch me.
I do just that. She straightens out the bobby pin and then bends and twists until it breaks in two. Taking the newly crafted metal sticks, she inserts them both in the lock and begins fiddling with it. In a mere matter of minutes, I hear a click.
And that's how you pick a lock.
If I ever lock myself out of my apartment, I'm calling you instead of the locksmith. Actually, that would have been useful information a couple months ago when I did lock myself out. I had to wait for hours and hours until Juniper came home from work.
Of course, I'll drop what I'm doing and come right over. I can't have a very good friend cold and alone outside of his apartment.
This is literally... this is literally the break room reversed. Everything I mentioned earlier is coming back to haunt me. Ashley smiles brightly as she easily opens the door to the communications room. It's dark, save for the glow from several computer monitors. Computer? The layout is similar to the room where we awaited our moment on stage, so I have no trouble finding what we're looking for. Just seemed like a good time. The mainframe is really just some computers and security monitors, showing different parts of Max, each camera focusing on various angles of the main halls.
Now, what do we have here?
Ashley turns around one of the swivel chairs and sits down in it in front of the computer desk. Operation Hot Dog Takedown is underway. As if she's been working this job for several years, she begins clacking away at the keyboard. Alright, let's see what happens when we open this. Aha, yes, perfect. Appears to be a fairly simple data store. There's something to name it Jumbotron. That really cuts down on the sleuthing. Excellent. I can see all the ads and information they rotate through. Shouldn't be a problem. Okay, now I need Iris.
Iris online.
Here I am. We'll plug in Iris to the main computer. Hand me your phone. It would hurt Iris, right? Or nuke my phone? I'm on my second phone at this point. Relax. I'm a super duper hacker cutie. I know what I'm doing. I hand over my phone and Iris along with it. Ashley plugs Iris in and they both take over. Hacking the Gibson now. Lowering firewalls. Facing packet switch interlock.
Please enjoy this recorded music.
This may take some time. Please enjoy this recorded music. So, do we just sit around, or...?
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for your patience. The inner tubes are now unclogged. We're in. Great! Now we just switch out all the hot dog ads for the flyer of Funplex Type 2, and we'll be on our merry way. Understood. That doesn't sound so bad. This is actually, dare I say it, somewhat fun. Huh? That's odd. Fun just stopped. I don't like odd. What's odd? What? It appears as though an unidentified hacker has been here before us. I could follow their trail if you would like. I'm sure it's just one of the employees who, lost their password and had to poke their way in. I'm not worried. Plus, we gotta get moving. Sure thing. The hot dog ads are removed. Oh, that's gonna come back later. The hot dog ads are removed from the Jumbotron rotation and replaced with ads for Funplex Type 2.
About...
Iris, while you're in there, can you take out all the ads for Deco's Palace too? Just for good measure. Sure thing. Sure thing. Ashley revolves in the chair and turns back to face me. See, that was... Ashley is interrupted by a sudden burst of awful noise. Quickly, she turns around the swivel chair to see big red letters flash across the screen. Intruder detected? Well, what does that mean, Ashley? Why would there be an intruder? Neko, pretty sure we are the intruder. That's bad, right? That's not good? This is worse than good. It means the convention center security system knows we're here, knows we're altering their program. It's trying to thwart us. So, yeah, not good is an accurate portrayal of our situation. Yeah, if only I was better at this, we wouldn't be in such a mess. As Iris and Ashley explained what was happening, I saw a timer pop up underneath the screen that kept flashing intruder detected. It's counting down from 5 minutes. Ashley? Iris? I pointed to the new problem. What the? Once the flyer was uploaded, it triggered a security warning. I think the hacker who came through here before sort of half-tripped it, so I didn't notice in time. Oops?
Poops.
Why does this program even trigger a security warning? It's literally for ads. All we're doing is uploading a new ad. Relax, everything is fine. We just need to input the administrator password to shut off the timer. I don't know the administrator password. I sort of slipped around it to upload the ad. We can't turn this off without the actual credentials.
So, now it's a race against time.
Yeah. So get out of my way.
The person who runs this place use as a password.
A completely random sequence of lowercase and uppercase letters, numbers, and punctuation that we'd never actually guess, if given a million years. I've been running a secret series of randomized characters in brute force attempt ever since we started talking, but nothing yet.
It's all psychology. We just have to get inside their head. Let's see. Maybe I could go check their social media account, learn their pet's first name, combine that with their kid's birthday.
And that's when I plug a little yellow square for the edge of the monitor that reads P455W0RD. Here it is.
Yeah, well, okay, that works too.
Okay, I thought it was going to be like a bunch of choices. A few keystrokes later and the alarm stopped cold. Oh, looky, it's all fuzzy and stuff, but I can see our flyer up on the monitors. We did it. Yeah, we did it. Wait, we did it. Our Funplex is all over those screens. We'll know who's responsible. We'll get the death penalty. How did I not see this obvious hole in my logic before? Relax. 2 words. Plausible deniability. It's the same flyer that's on the Funplex's website already. Anybody could have uploaded it. Without evidence, they can't prove nothing. In fact, they'll find proof someone else was hacking the system earlier today, which means whoever that was, they'll get the blame. Okay, no death penalty. I can relax. Somewhat. Besides, we did it. Well, Iris and Ashley did it mostly. Admittedly, Iris was the brawn and Ashley the brain. Or maybe it was the other way around. Either way, I'm completely stupefied. Since when is Ashley a tech whiz? Okay, I think we better get out of here, just in case. All those in favor of evacuation? Aye. Aye. We quickly abandoned ship, retreating back through the maze of tunnels to one of the main halls of Max, vanishing into the crowd. I'm gonna get at least a little time with Naomi,
Oh,
but I blew it
wow.
earlier. Wow, look at the screen. Our ads on all of them. Looking up, I can see our handiwork with my own 2 eyes. No more hot dogs, no more Deco's Palace, just Funplex propaganda. As I take in our moment of glory, I begin listening to the people surrounding us. Hey, there's a new thing on the Jumbotron. Funplex Type 2, that sounds interesting. A lot of tournaments too, we should check it out. All with it, I've lived within spitting distance of a real arcade and never noticed. I am so there. You hear that, Ashley?
Sounds like we killed it.
Yes, we did. With Ashley's unique skill set, I feel like she might be more suited for work at a group of hackers rather than working at the Funplex. I'm surprised you don't offer up your services to the hacktivists or corporate raiders out there.
How do you know that I haven't?
True, I guess you can't really tell me or you'd have to kill me, right?
Correct.
I'll just keep quiet then.
I went through a phase in high school where I was really obsessed with cutting-edge electronics and technology. A group of friends and I got together during lunches and we'd just sit around the homeroom and talk tech. In fact, that's what we called it, Tech Talk. We were all silly children at that point, watching too many hacker movies. One thing led to another, and we started wanting to know more. I think I was the only one who took it seriously, though. I even dressed up in cyberpunk fashion. I was completely obsessed. It became my passion for a good while. Eventually, however, everyone grew out of it, except me. And they all started mocking me for it, making fun of my punk outfits, or the fact that I spent all my time researching things like Arduinos and Raspberry Pi kits.
Aww.
It was awful. Some of my good friends, whom I trusted, completely turned on me. I began questioning myself and who I was and who I really wanted to be. Did I want to be this badass cyberpunk technophile, or did I want to follow my friends onto their next big infatuation? I regret it to this day, but I gave up on my dreams and followed my friends instead. At that time, they were what I had to believe in. Only now am I getting back into tech due to the always changing nature of culture of cosplay. People use LEDs and robotics to make their weapons more badass or to have animated wings. I always feared cosplay was, sewing and arts and crafts. It is, but it's cross-discipline, Nako. You haven't seen some of the more intensely complicated costumes I've made.
Reminds me of a certain someone going on about how arcade games involve electrical engineering, programming, graphic designs, and even carpentry. Why did you talk more shop with Naomi then?
Huh?
She's a techie. You're a techie. Seems like there would be plenty of overlap, but I've never seen you two talking electronics.
I figured there wasn't really any overlap. The kind of tech that enhances cosplay was invented after 1990X. Not her thing.
I think Naomi wants more friends, one she can relate to.
Hey, I'm friends with her.
Yeah, but she feels like she can't talk about the things she really loves with anyone. I spent a lot of time with her at Donnawood, so we're closer now. And trust me, I think she'd probably enjoy talking tech with you.
I would like more friends to bounce some tech ideas off of. Who knows? Maybe we can both teach each other something new.
Amazing.
I'm proud of myself. I took all that old knowledge and made it come through for us today. Think of what we accomplished.
You should be proud. You've worked hard. As for me, I barely helped, but my palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy.
Well, you can relax now. It's all over. You've done good.
It was at that moment I realized how exhausted I was. A caper of that magnitude had drained me of the energy I had left, which wasn't a lot to begin with. Well, I'm officially pooped, ready to change clothes, and go home.
Me too. My head is all itchy from this wig, and I can't wait to remove all this makeup. And of course, soak my feet in a hot bath.
Ashley, thanks for your help with Funplex Type 2 today. I really appreciate it.
'Twas my pleasure, and now I can't wait to go back to the Funplex tomorrow and tell everyone about our escapade.
Just don't tell the police, or someone with a badge. In fact, just don't tell anyone in a uniform.
You worry too much, Nako. You should go home, relax, and revel in your success.
Ashley was right, after all. I deserve a good pat on the back. You know what? I will.
They gasp. Nako is actually going to listen to my advice? Good. I'll see you next time, friend.
See you back at the arcade, Ashley. With our pleasantries exchanged, Ashley and I parted ways on the max floor, both equally tired and happy. Am I going to say goodbye to everyone else? All in all, successful day.
Nako, you have a new text message.
It was a tough sell without you there, but fortunately Michelle and I go way back. Magical Moon Cuties will debut at Funplex Type 2. Huh, glad I was able to pull it off without me.
You should see the size of Teo's social web. I've tried mapping it, and wow, it just keeps going and going. Yours, in contrast, is, petite. Adorably so.
Right, time to head home. I promised I would meet Juniper just outside the main exit of the hall, and that's exactly where I was headed. The rush of fresh air hit me as I pushed the double glass doors open. It was nice, refreshing, and had a much better smell than the one I'd been around all day. Not a lie. It relieved all the stress built up from the entire day. Didn't have to wait long until I saw Juniper. She bounced happily up to me.
So, how was your first Max, Nako?
It was The amount of support I got from my friends today was amazing. I know I could always count on them and feel like we've bonded closer as friends. I can't wait to go back next year.
As to be expected with the convention. Although in your case, you really outdid yourself and got smacked with 300% of what anyone else would have, yeah?
How do you figure?
Well, most people drop by Max, play some games, maybe attend a panel or two, and do some shopping. You're here to be catered to. You, on the other hand, were doing the catering. And like any good caterer, that means spinning plates and doing 12 different things at once. You found interesting ways to push Funplex Type 2 and promote Funplex as a whole. You worked your butt off to do it, so rather than attending Max, you were Max.
It sure feels that way. I'm totally drained.
I kind of envy you, you know? It sounds like you had some great adventures today, other than designing that flyer. I didn't do much beyond playing a few games and buying cute t-shirts and stuff, but let me tell you, they are really super cute shirts. I'm glad I could support you, though, even if it was just, you know, doodling up a flyer.
You don't sell yourself short. That flyer looks super professional. I mean, I'm no fun Comic Sans, but still pretty cool.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nico. I really enjoy doing stuff like that. I don't exactly get a lot of opportunities at the office to express myself. Okay, let's get home and get some real rest. We both earned it. In fact, I'd say we took it. Juniper, don't. To the max. Hee.
After that moment, the rest of the evening was a blur. I knew that Juniper and I took the train back home, heated up some bagel bites, and I safely made it to my comfy bed. I think I was still in shock. At the beginning of this day, I thought that no one was gonna know about Funplex Type 2. We'd be stuck as a relatively unknown mom and pop arcade. But now it seems like the whole world knows, which is great, but also pretty nerve-wracking. I sighed heavily, letting all my mixed emotions flow over me. No turning back now. What I set in motion will stay in motion. It can only get bigger and better from here. At least that's what I'm going to keep telling myself as I drift to sleep. I'm proud of what I accomplished today, and can't wait to tell everyone at the Funplex about all I've done. Hope they're proud of me, too. Before I know it, Funplex Type 2 will be upon us. Probably the next chapter.
You've cleared the level 03 of Arcade Spirits. The winner is you. Now let's see your score.
The Teo shot up a bit. Naomi's still up there. That's about what I expected.
You're proving to be a gentle, sweet, and compassionate soul. Also, you've scored 11,150 points. Go for the high score. Actually, I don't know what the high score is, but hey, go for it anyway.
Yes, we will save.